You are not lazy, you are not incapable, and you are not permanently broken. If you have been feeling lost, unmotivated, and unsure about what to do with your life, the problem may not be that you lack ambition. The problem may be that you have no clear direction for your ambition to follow. It is difficult to feel motivated when you do not know what you are working toward. It is difficult to take action when every path feels uncertain. And it is difficult to remain disciplined when your daily actions do not appear connected to a meaningful future. But this can change. You do not need to discover your entire life purpose tonight. You do not need to suddenly become a completely different person. You need a clear process that helps you make a decision, identify what you want, build a practical plan, and begin taking consistent action. In this video, I am going to give you an exact 30-day plan to help you feel motivated again. During these 30 days, you will make a real decision to change your life, become clearer about what you genuinely want, create a step-by-step plan for reaching your goals, start taking focused action every day, and use the concept of Ikigai to explore your purpose. By the end of the 30 days, your entire life may not be completely transformed yet, but you should have something powerful, a direction, a plan, momentum, and proof that you are capable of moving your life forward. Let us begin with the first step, because nothing changes until you make a real decision that it must. The first step is to make a real decision that your life is going to change. Not a temporary emotional promise. Not something you say after watching a motivational video. Not something you intend to begin next Monday. A decision. There is a major difference between wanting your life to improve and deciding that you will do what improvement requires. Almost everyone wants better health, more money, stronger relationships, meaningful work, greater confidence, and a sense of purpose. But wanting those things does not automatically produce them. A decision creates a line between your old behavior and your new standard. It means saying, I may not know exactly where I am going yet, but I have decided that I will no longer remain passive. You do not need to feel confident before making this decision. You do not need to feel motivated. You do not need to understand the entire path. You simply need to decide that remaining where you are is no longer acceptable. For the first 3 days, take out a notebook and write down what you are no longer willing to accept. Be specific. Maybe you are no longer willing to accept constantly wasting your evenings. Maybe you are tired of being physically unhealthy. Maybe you are tired of having no financial direction. Maybe you are tired of starting things and never finishing them. Maybe you are tired of watching years pass while you remain the same person. Write everything down honestly. Then ask yourself, what kind of man am I deciding to become? Do not write only about possessions. Write about your character. Do you want to become disciplined, reliable, focused, physically strong, financially responsible, emotionally controlled, a man who finishes what he starts? Then write a short personal declaration. For the next 30 days, I will stop waiting to feel ready. I will take deliberate action every day to create clarity, direction, and momentum in my life. Read it every morning for the remainder of the challenge. The purpose is not to hypnotize yourself with positive thinking. The purpose is to remind yourself that you have made a decision, because without that decision, every difficult day will become an excuse to return to your old behavior. Once you decide to change, the next step is to become clear about what you want. Many men are not unmotivated because they are lazy. They are unmotivated because their effort has no defined target. You cannot focus effectively when everything feels equally important. You cannot create a plan when you do not know what the plan is supposed to accomplish. And you cannot measure progress toward a destination you have never clearly identified. Clarity creates energy. When you know what you want and why it matters, action begins to feel connected to something meaningful. But clarity does not always arrive through one dramatic moment of inspiration. It is usually developed through repeated reflection. That is why one of the most valuable habits you can build is daily journaling. From days 4 through 10, spend at least 15 minutes journaling every day. Write by hand when possible. Remove your phone and eliminate distractions. Begin by dividing your life into several areas. Start with your health. What do you want your body, energy, strength, and daily habits to look like? Then think about your wealth and career. What kind of work do you want to perform? How much money do you want to earn? Which skills do you need to develop? Think about your relationships. What kind of friends, partner, family life, and social environment do you want? Think about your character. What qualities do you want to possess? How do you want to behave under pressure? Think about your lifestyle. Where do you want to live? What do you want your normal day to look like? How much control do you want over your time? Then think about contribution. Who do you want to help? What problems do you want to solve? What do you want your life to represent? Do not censor yourself immediately. Write down what you genuinely want, not only what appears realistic today. Ask yourself, what would my ideal day look like? What would I pursue if I knew I could improve through practice? What problems do I naturally enjoy solving? What kind of life would make me respect myself? What am I willing to work on for several years? What do I want to be true about my life 3 years from now? What would I regret never attempting? Return to these questions repeatedly. Your answers may change. That is normal. The objective is to become clearer every day. You are not attempting to predict your entire future perfectly. You are identifying a direction that is worth moving toward. At the end of every journaling session, rewrite your most important goals. Do not merely write, "I want to become successful." Make the goal concrete. Instead, write, "I want to earn a specific amount of money by developing a valuable skill and building a business." Instead of writing, "I want to get in shape," write, "I want to train 4 times per week, improve my nutrition, and reach a healthy target weight." The clearer the goal becomes, the easier it becomes to identify the actions connected to it. Clarity does not come only from thinking once. It comes from returning to your goals so regularly that they begin organizing your attention. Once you become clear about what you want, you must convert that vision into a practical plan. A goal without a plan remains a wish, and a plan that is too vague will not tell you what to do today. Choose one primary goal to focus on first. You may have 10 goals, but attempting to transform every area of your life simultaneously often creates overwhelm. Ask yourself, which goal, if achieved, would have the greatest positive effect on the rest of my life? That might be improving your health. It might be developing a career skill. It might be obtaining a better job. It might be starting a business. It might be gaining control over your finances. Select one main objective, then work backward from the final result. From days 11 through 20, write the finished goal at the top of a page. Then ask, what must be true immediately before I reach this goal? Write that milestone down. Then ask, what must happen before that? Continue moving backward until you reach an action you can perform this week. Now reduce the plan further. Ask yourself, what must I accomplish this month? What must I accomplish this week? What must I do today? Your daily action should be simple enough to begin without confusion. Work on my future is not a usable task. Research 3 training programs and compare their price, duration, and requirements is a usable task. Become successful is not a usable task. Write 500 words of my first product is a usable task. Get healthier is not a usable task. Complete a 30-minute workout and prepare tomorrow's meals is a usable task. Your plan should tell you exactly what action to take next. When the next action is clear, you no longer have to depend as heavily on motivation. You only have to follow the plan. You have made the decision. You have identified what you want. You have created a plan. Now, you have to move. This is where many people return to being stuck. They enjoy imagining a new life. They enjoy writing goals. They enjoy organizing plans. But they continue delaying the moment when execution begins. Eventually, planning becomes another form of avoidance. You will not think your way into a completely different life. At some point, thought must become action. From days 21 through 30, take at least one meaningful action toward your primary goal every day. The action does not have to be dramatic. It must be real. Study one lesson, make one phone call, complete one workout, send one application, write one page, record one video, contact one potential customer, save a specific amount of money, practice one important skill. The first objective is to create momentum. Motivation often follows action rather than preceding it. You begin while you feel uncertain. You complete a small task. That completion gives you evidence that you are capable of moving. That evidence increases confidence. Confidence makes the next action easier, and repeated action gradually changes your identity. You stop seeing yourself as a lost man attempting to become disciplined. You begin seeing yourself as a man who takes action even when he does not feel motivated. Every evening, write down the most important action for the following day. Ask yourself, if I complete only one important task tomorrow, which task will move me closest to my goal? Complete that task as early as your schedule allows. Do not begin the day by surrendering your attention to notifications, entertainment, or social media. Protect the part of the day in which your mind is strongest. You do not need to work on your goal every waking hour. You need consistent, concentrated periods of meaningful effort. 30 focused minutes performed daily will accomplish more than occasional bursts of motivation, followed by weeks of inactivity. There will be days when you question your plan. There will be days when the work feels boring. There will be days when your progress feels invisible. Do not interpret discomfort as evidence that you chose the wrong direction. Almost every meaningful objective contains repetition, uncertainty, and delayed rewards. Your responsibility is to keep moving long enough to collect useful evidence. After taking consistent action, you can evaluate the direction intelligently, but you cannot evaluate a path you have barely entered. There is also a Japanese concept commonly discussed as Ikigai. It is often presented through 4 overlapping questions. What do you love doing? Which activities naturally hold your attention? Which subjects do you enjoy learning about? What are you good at or capable of becoming good at? Do not limit this to your current abilities. Consider the skills you have the potential and willingness to develop. What does the world need? Which problems matter to people? Where can you provide real value? And what can people pay you for? Which useful abilities, products, services, or solutions have economic demand? The overlap between these areas can help you identify a meaningful direction. You may not find one perfect answer immediately. Purpose is often discovered through a combination of reflection and action. You identify a promising direction. You begin developing the necessary skills. You serve real people. You observe what creates value. Then your direction becomes clearer through experience. Use the Ikigai exercise as a compass, not as an excuse to keep thinking forever. Choose a direction that combines meaning, ability, usefulness, and economic opportunity. Then pursue it seriously enough to discover what it can become. For the first 3 days, make the decision. Identify what you will no longer accept. Define the man you are choosing to become. Write and read your 30-day commitment. From days 4 through 10, create clarity. Journal for at least 15 minutes every day. Describe what you want in every major area of your life. Rewrite your most important goals every day and complete the Ikigai exercise. From days 11 through 20, build the plan. Select one primary goal. Work backward from the desired result. Identify your milestones, then convert those milestones into weekly and daily actions. From days 21 through 30, execute. Complete one meaningful action every day. Choose your most important task the night before. Protect focused working time and track whether you followed the process. At the end of 30 days, your entire life may not be transformed yet, but you should have something that many lost men do not have: a decision, a direction, a plan, and evidence that you are capable of acting. That is where real motivation begins. Feeling lost does not mean your life is permanently broken. It often means that you have not yet chosen a clear direction and stayed with it long enough to build momentum. You do not need to see the entire road. You need to identify the next meaningful step and take it. Make the decision to change. Become clear about what you want. Build a step-by-step plan. Then begin moving with focus and consistency. You may not control how quickly every result appears, but you control whether another month passes with no deliberate progress. 30 days from now, you can still be waiting to feel motivated, or you can be a man with a clearer purpose, a practical plan, and 30 days of action behind him. The choice begins today. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 4 steps do you need to work on most right now? Making the decision, creating clarity, building the plan, or taking action? Leave your answer in the comments below. Writing it publicly may be the first step toward making a real commitment. And if this video helped you, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the Men's Standard, and turn on notifications for more content about discipline, purpose, self-respect, relationships, and becoming a stronger man. Share this video with another man who feels lost or unmotivated and needs a practical direction forward. Make the decision, create the plan, take the first step, and become the man your future requires.